The Deer and the Whispering Wind. Listen closely, because the story you're about to hear begins with a sound so soft, most creatures never even notice it. But one young deer did, on the very morning that sound tried to save her life. The forest was still waking when Lyra stepped into the meadow. Dew clung to her hooves, mist draped the trees like half-formed memories, and above it all, drifting through branches and blades of grass, came a faint whisper. Turn back. Not safe. Not today. Lyra froze. Her ears twitched. She knew that voice, not a creature's voice, but the wind's. It had spoken to her since she was a fawn, murmuring warnings and guidance in moments no one else seemed to notice. She lifted her head. What danger? She whispered back. But the wind only shivered through the leaves. Moments later, the herd arrived, hooves drumming, heads lowered to graze. They barely glanced at Lyra's tense stance. Come on, one buck snorted. The meadow is safe. It always is. But the wind sighed again, sweeping across Lyra's fur like a trembling hand. Not today. Go, now. Lyra backed away. I think something's wrong. A few deer chuckled. A few rolled their eyes. One older doe stepped forward, gentle but firm. Child, you worry too much. A breeze is just a breeze. Lyra wanted to believe her. Truly, she did. But the wind had never lied to her. And now, it was frightened. She retreated toward the tree line, heart pounding in her chest. Every instinct said to stay with the herd. Every memory of mockery urged her to ignore the whisper and act normal. But the wind pushed again, stronger this time, rattling branches, swirling around her legs. Move. So she moved. She slipped into the shadows between the trees, just as the meadow sighed, groaned, and collapsed. The ground gave way in a violent roar. The earth beneath the grazing herd split open, revealing a hidden sinkhole masked by soft grass and months of rainfall. Soil caved inward like a hungry mouth. The herd screamed. Lyra spun back, eyes wide with horror. Dust surged into the sky. Deer scrambled desperately toward the edges, hooves slipping on crumbling ground. Without thinking, without fear, Lyra charged toward them. Run to me, she cried. They leaped, panicked and trembling. One by one they reached the solid earth, scrambling past her. Lyra stood at the edge, refusing to move until the last fawn found its footing. Only then did she step back, breath shaking, legs quivering. The wind circled her gently, brushing her cheeks like a quiet, proud embrace. By dusk, the danger had settled. The herd huddled beneath the trees, shaken but safe. The old doe approached Lyra, eyes softer than Lyra had ever seen them. You listened when the rest of us didn't, she said quietly. You trusted what we couldn't hear. Lyra glanced toward the meadow, now a yawning pit in the earth. I just followed the warning. The doe nodded. Sometimes wisdom isn't loud, sometimes it whispers, and only those humble enough to listen will recognize its voice. A breeze lifted the leaves around them, light, grateful, almost musical. Lyra closed her eyes and smiled. For the first time, she didn't feel strange for hearing the wind. She felt honored. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.